I call this meeting to order. It is Monday, January 19th, 2026. Roll call. John Bergner, here. Robert Nackert.
Here.
Lisa Felico.
Here.
Carl Budnick.
Here.
Alderman Pecorelli.
Here.
Ann Adamski.
Here.
We have a quorum,
I'm good to start.
and let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now I'm thinking, I wonder if the others got copied on the meeting.
I know, I
Dennis?
didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No, I thought that was kind of weird.
You guys?
I got it.
City Hall does that.
I got it
But the
last
others, I-
week. Last week it was.
Huh?
I got it last week. It was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
why I
notification
have
of the
this.
meeting. The email went out on the 7th, if that helps any.
Wow.
So who's missing?
Nobody.
Well, Dennis and Pete and Sherry.
Well, and I saw Dennis last week and he said he knew about the meeting.
Okay, good. Okay. Citizen comment period, that we will pass. We have no citizens available. Discussion of Franklin Independence Celebration, July 2nd to July 5th. Okay, so the hours will be Thursday, July 2nd, from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, July 3rd, as of right now, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, July 4th, 10:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. And Sunday, July 5th, the carnival only from noon to 4, wristband day. The other possibilities are, once I find out if City Hall is going to be open or closed on Friday, July 3rd, because you have July 4th being a holiday, will they be off on July 3rd? If they're off on July 3rd, we could also do a wristband from noon to 4 with the carnival. Okay? And possibly a pickleball tournament during that morning and afternoon. But if City Hall is open on that Friday, we can't do it until, all the office workers are away and we can block it up and have access to it. So they yet have to determine if they're going to be off, what they're going to do for Friday, July 3rd. And then be able to have 2 wristband days like we did last year. We had Saturday and Sunday last year. This year we only have Sunday because the 4th is on a Saturday.
They're not doing it on the 4th either?
They'll have the rides,
Yes.
but no wrist. You can't do a wristband on the 4th.
Okay.
That's
It's a big deal for them, I would think.
a big deal, yeah. And so, any questions on that?
If we're able to do the pickleball and the wristband on Friday, then we're gonna keep still our part? Like
Our part.
Keep it closed while
Keep-
the wristball,
Yep.
while that way we're not needing, okay? 'Cause-
Yep, not needing volunteers or anything. Yes.
Yeah, because most people who are coming for the wristband are gonna be in that area
Exactly.
anyways. It's
Yep.
not, okay.
So
Okay.
we won't
So
put
it's-
them on the volunteer sheet.
Got it.
So if you do pickleball, you're not gonna open the bar area?
We could have, we'll see, we could have somebody there, and the pickleball is not gonna be like it was last year where it was done by a company and it was for ratings of their pickleball, ratings and all that. This is gonna be an open pickleball, just for fun, no prizes, no cost to join, just a fun event for everybody.
I think most people will probably bring their own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one was, you had to pay $20 for it, and, we had to pay for the company to run it, and we had medals and all that stuff. No, this will just be a fun event for the community if we can do it. But that all depends if City Hall is open or closed. All right. So then entertainment, our bands are booked for Thursday night, July 2nd, from 7:30 to 11 will be Bella Kane. On Friday, July 3rd, from 7:30 to 11 will be the Glam Band. On Saturday, July 4th, from 1 to 5 will be Five Card Studs. And then at night will be Brew Crew Band. So we'll have 4 bands.
Brew crew or road crew?
Road Crew,
Road crew, okay.
yes.
And there you said 7:30 to 11?
They're all 7:30
Okay.
to 11, yep.
7:30 or 11, or 7?
I had 7 to 11.
7 or 7:30?
7:30 to 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, Road Crew, we might have 7-11, and Bella Kane cuts it off, and so does Glam Band, because Bella Kane does not take a break.
I was looking on their website to see if they put anything out for 4th of July. you know.
Anything
Looking
yet?
For the calendar, if they're closed or open. It's garbage pickup.
And both bands are dealing with lead singers with cancer.
Both?
Yep.
So what happens, and I've been following the singer of the Glam Band, because I really like the band, but
Yeah.
what happens if it's closer to last minute? You're a month out, 2 months out, what do you do to, what happens? Do you have to find a quick replacement if you can? Is it?
I asked them to let me know, because I had in the past where a lead singer didn't show up, and it was a complete surprise. It's like, where is he? But they're supposed to let me know. And usually these bands have people, most of these big bands, they have people to back them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just hope everything turns out okay for them.
Great.
Actually, Bella Kane's on a cruise.
I saw that.
Yeah, oh, they did put it out?
I saw them put it. Whatever works. Whatever works.
Okay, any questions on that? Again, we are limited, because when we went in front of Common Council to increase our budget for the 250th, we got turned down. So we're dealing with the budget at the same as we were last year. And, we wanted to do more for the 250th, but we got only so much money to deal with. But we made an effort to get it increased and got turned down.
Do you know, speaking of money, so with all the stuff going on with, on the borders, personal issues, do you know, they usually give a good donation. Do you have any idea if that's gonna happen possibly, or not happen?
You don't know. It depends what legally goes on, and,
Sure.
if the business is gonna continue or whatever, and, they've been our second biggest donor. And the third biggest is, Irish Cottage, small business like that, and you never know. But hopefully for the celebration of 250th, it's gonna, we'll get a little bit more support, I hope.
Do you know yet if the fireworks have increased as far as costs?
Not yet.
You
Still
know?
pending.
It's still pending?
Yep. Yep, we do have a contract with them,
Okay.
For the same display that we had last year. But as far as the cost yet, it's not set in stone yet. But we do have a contract with them.
Got it.
We do have the fireworks signed up. Good question. right, anything on the parade there, Ann?
No, I'm gonna send registrations out, February 1st. Other than that, nope.
And then we'll go on the food I do the same thing with the food vendors, February 1st, to see who's gonna be coming back. You know, out of our 10 food vendors, we will invite all 10 back. You know, they didn't give us any reason not to have them back, and, you know, I don't believe in just telling someone they can't come back because they didn't do as well as the other ones, so. We had a good variety. We added the Marco's Pizza, you know, and 10 was just enough. I've had a couple inquiries from people. I told them I gotta wait and see who's coming back first. But yeah, I do the same thing, February 1st. And then they gotta let me know by the end of February if they're coming back or not. And I'll get you more involved in that, Carl. I'll copy you on everything. Be ready for a couple hundred emails.
Want me to answer them? I'll commit.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and then we cover donations and sponsors. That letter doesn't go out to the next, till April for the sponsorship, so there's nothing to cover there right now. Just hope we, you know, can get donations and sponsors like we had last year. We did increase last year, and I was pleased with last year's, but this year hopefully we can get a little bit more and keep our same donation, our same sponsors.
John, on the letter, are you going to add the mayor's signature to that?
Could,
I think you should.
yeah. Yeah, could cover that.
At least they know that he's aware, I guess.
Well, election's what, April?
And
Gotta wait till after the election. So,
And then we have had discussions around new businesses that are coming in to, because there's this and we have some other, St. Martin's Fair and stuff, for donations. And so one of the things we have talked about is trying to, as new businesses come in, to go over, like, here's opportunities that you have, to try to get in front of that. Because then, hopefully, when they get the ask, it'll translate to, oh, I remember them, you know, talking about this. So we want to get that incorporated, and then hopefully that'll help as new businesses come in.
yeah. A lot of times the hard part is finding the person you send it to.
Right. Yep.
You know, that'll get that information. So, yeah, some of the aldermans have been helpful in giving me, you know, some of the major company contacts, so hopefully this year we'll do better.
Sounds good.
But I want to take this moment to thank all those sponsors that, you know, donate. All right, well, food vendors, so I mentioned that, you know, I think we have room for just enough, 10 food vendors. I think going with more, we'd have them in a position where they're not on the food court, and they have to have electrical. I just think 10 is enough. Right? Agree?
It fit, well, I mean, when you walk down there, it didn't seem overwhelming, and it seemed pretty organized.
Yeah.
It was quieter, I will say that. I did notice that.
Okay, on the vendors, any changes on the form that's going out to them saying, hey, we can't do this particular electric unit, or maximum length or anything is this? Are you putting anything like that in there?
If everybody comes back, they should all know, you know, what their spots are and what, you know, what their requirements are. And remember, with the food vendors, we might use that new system, you know, that we went, that's what we gotta bring up. We went and, Carl and I and Ann went and saw the, where they'll take a hand controller device, and they will have everything booked, as orders, so they can use these computers that they can register sales and credit card sales, and they will all be required to use those. They're not allowed to take, if they even take a cash sale, they have to put it on that, so we have a record of what they're selling. So
You're gonna do it with everyone, every vendor? I thought you.
only food vendors,
Yeah, every food vendor?
yeah.
Oh,
Do we have to provide a little machine for them now?
We have to rent it for 30
Rent it.
bucks.
Okay,
I think it's like 30 bucks a vendor.
that sounds cheap.
So that's 330 bucks, but I think we'll get more detailed sales. But still, if they take a cash sale, they have to put it in that system.
If we're there to watch them, you mean?
Well, we've trusted them all these years on the
Right.
honor system the way it is. So I don't think it can hurt us anymore. I think it should be able to help us.
And then is
And
there
if they're not
some-
willing to do it, then that's another it would be a reason to have a new food vendor.
So with those handheld things, is there someone from the company or whoever you're renting these from that is on standby in case something goes wrong? Because none of us know how to fix anything with that, so.
On the
Yeah.
4th of July?
Well, they did say
yeah.
that they have when the things are registered, they have a person that sees everything. And just like the ATMs.
He's just saying, can we get help if we have a problem with?
Right, because
before?
technology, things can
Oh, I
blow,
know.
things can go haywire, things can freeze, things can do, you know what I mean? And then what do? You're in the middle of a festival and now everyone's at a stop still.
Are they able to plug this into whatever system they might be using?
We're gonna have to meet with them again. Yeah, because we had the introduction thing, and then we said we'd talk about it at the committee. We also considered the beer tent, but after further thinking about it, it'd be a nightmare.
Having to actually manually input every single sale?
Yes.
Yeah, that would never fly. You would lose sales, the amount of time every person would spend having to try to input
And now you got
something.
all people that are volunteers that are coming that have no idea
Yeah,
what they're doing. We would have, we would go through with the food vendors and show them, here's your workers, here's what you have to do.
Oh, God.
But volunteers,
yeah,
No way.
That's.
That beer buffet would work better.
but they told us, oh yeah, Polish Fest use these, and other festivals use them, but they probably have their own people
Right.
that do it. But no, we decided I don't think we want to do it for the beer tent.
Yeah,
But it would help with the food vendors, yes.
sure.
So what are we trying to solve with the food vendors? Just-
Have it more registered.
Idea of what's being sold?
Yes.
And
Sorry
what's
to see
being
if they're
sold?
shorting us in any way, shape, or form. We could be losing money and we don't know it.
But that's
So what do we-
that's foolproof, because you can just, you know what I'm saying, you
don't
can
have
just,
to put
you don't,
it
you
in
don't
there
have to
either.
enter all the
Well, that's what I'm
sales.
asking
You're
is,
still not getting.
if you're not
any
tied
accurate-
into their point of sale system, it's,
There's no way to
it'd be the
track.
same thing as handing them a piece of paper
Yeah.
and saying,
I
write down
know.
everything you
I know, I thought
sold.
it
So
crossed
I'm
my
like,
mind.
and then
Yeah.
it's a $30 piece of paper,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So.
But when they go in and customer comes and gives them an order, they have they're like a register, like when you go to a bar now and they bring
Yeah.
you that little
Yeah.
tablet, whatever, but they will put it on, So for the food vendors too, they have workers there, and that gives them better, insight on what they're selling too. If you have a worker there that, is new and,
Yeah, but does it? I mean, they know their inventory and their stock. So it's in when they're purchasing something, I'm assuming they're putting in, they bought 3 hot dogs or 6 whatever. I mean, I think if they're pretty consistent and we trust them, this is kind of slapping them in the face, no?
Well, what's
I
the
think
percentage
Like
that
to
we're
see
getting
both
on it?
ways.
Yeah.
What's the
oh,
percentage?
what we get from the food vendor?
Yeah.
We get
20%?
20%. I was just gonna say,
So it's,
We don't know of what though.
But if they're pretty
Right, but-
consistent every year and you know that sales are up or down,
so you
Yeah,
have
but
to
there are-
clear, what, it's a fifth? I'm trying to for the one day. You'd have, I'm just trying to back into how many sales with $7 and with $3, right? Because you have to clear that, you have to find essentially X amount of sales, that's got 20%, which I think is 600.
Yeah, to equal up to
So
that.
20% of 600 is,
Yeah, and yeah, you'd almost, yeah, it's gonna cost, in the long run, it's gonna
20%
cost
of
us,
600?
no,
the profit
20%
we would
of-
make is gonna go toward
The rental,
machine, yeah.
the 360, but I think
150.
from my experience of analyzing all the food vendors, I go by, you know, there's people that use the volunteer tickets to go buy food. The ratio of that should equal the ratio of their sales. And it's a random sample. See what I'm saying? I know what people turn in for volunteer and go and give them business that way. That is a random sample of what they do in all their sales. And there's certain ones that are way off, that use the, you know, the honor
Can we-
system, and they get all these volunteer tickets that they get reimbursed for, but their percentage of sales is not equal to that. I know we can make up for
Maybe
the.
we're the ones who only like them, not the other people.
I was gonna say,
You have
yeah.
your favorites, John.
Maybe we know.
Is there somebody in particular?
Yeah.
What, is it a type of food?
There's one or two in particular, yes.
We don't know what kind of blowback we're gonna get on that either.
They might not come back,
That's true.
Yeah, I think you're gonna
They may
have
not
a-
I think it's that-
They may not even
It's-
stay this year.
Yeah,
but then you gotta be honest with it.
I know.
Well, but then if you're telling them you gotta be honest, but then you're giving them this machine saying, okay, we trust you, but do this just in case.
But if you're not running the actual transaction through it,
Yeah.
it's no different. Whatever number,
they
if I was gonna tell
forget.
you I sold $100, I'm gonna enter this thing. If it's off on the side and I don't technically have to do it,
You
it's gonna, I'm gonna
know,
end up
Bruce
with
can tell his
$200.
people every fifth one, just put it in your pocket.
Well, and there's a lot of them that have kids. The kids don't.
I know. They
They
screw
don't.
up,
One,
too.
2, 3, yeah. It's like, oops, oh well.
If you think there's a problem, we could go back to food tickets.
Yes. Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah. We used to do food tickets. And they wouldn't get reimbursed for the tickets until they turned them in at the end. We had to count them all.
No, it's not worth it.
We did it by weight, so it wasn't so
We-
bad at the end. We
But
just
we
weighed the
still,
tickets and
that's more, we're responsible. This way, it's easier on us with them doing the sales. Very much easier.
I don't know. I think it's a waste of money.
Okay, well,
personally.
You can probably, for every positive, you can come up with a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's not actually required to do the sale, it's not gonna, if you wanna, we'll say shave things off, you're gonna shave it off entry.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not, unless it's integrated with their point of sale system, it's not gonna tell you anything.
I think we gotta think about that a little more.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Because, you know, the machine doesn't help that much, because we had one of our tenants once, and they had someone, and they pretend they're pushing in the register number, and then they go, it's $12, and they really didn't ring anything in the register, and then they pushed no sale to open it, and kept the money.
And what,
Yeah, but-
you know, and it's just like in the beer tent. We heard stories about how certain bartenders were giving people free beers. How do you know, that's all hearsay too. I mean, how do you track that? You can't. You gotta hope that you got honest people that do what they're supposed to do.
Or you assign somebody that essentially does random audit, so essentially they just walk around and watch things for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and track it, and then the idea being is, when you get back, you figure out, okay, over that period of time, it was this, and then you project off of that, and if things are way off, then that tells you something's going on.
But usually when they're busy, we're busy.
Correct, that's what I'm saying, you'd have to have someone else to do that, and then the problem is now you have
Another,
another party involved.
Exactly. And we're not here, we shouldn't have to babysit them. You know, if they've got a good food item that people are gonna eat, I mean, you see that who is that Uncle somebody? Who is that?
Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred.
Thought it was Frank. He's always, And even just before the fireworks, that line is so long that people are still standing in line when the fireworks are over and they still haven't gotten that far. So you know there's certain vendors that do a bang-up job, that are selling, and there's others that are not. But, you know, then it goes down to the fact, then, do we really want them? Because is their item
Right.
you know, they're stabbing
Right.
themselves in the foot because they're telling us, well, we only got 400 in sales and they got 900 in sales. Well, maybe that's something, an item we shouldn't have because nobody's interested in having it.
Right.
You
right.
can always
And that
tell,
would actually,
yeah.
if there is something else going on, you'd be removing that anyways. 'cause-
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll discuss it at the next
Sounds good.
meeting then, and we'll vote on it then.
And just by watching the food vendors, you can see who's got the most lines.
Mhm.
There's some who you're standing in line for 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes waiting for your food to come out, where others, they never have a line.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. And some like the Angi's, it takes them longer to make the
Yeah.
order.
So imagine now they've got to add in, they got to not only put it into their system, now they have to slow up and put it into another system. Now we're backing up their business even more.
They can do that across everybody. It's good.
Is
Yeah.
that Bruce, who's DeAnge's?
No, that Bruce is 3B. Okay. Like we said, fireworks, the contract is set, but the pricing is not because of the tariffs. So we'll see what their tariff charges will be.
Is there gonna be a drop dead dollar amount? Now, if they come back and say, okay, it's up 35%, it's up 75%, is there gonna be a cap as to where we're gonna say, or are we
It's-
gonna take it to council and make them make the decision?
Yeah, we'd have to get approval then if it's any more than what we've gotten approved for. But they know that it's,
So if we've got.
I don't think it's gonna be
budget
that
for-
much
yeah,
more. It might be 10%, maybe 10 or 12%
Yeah,
by then.
But that's based on their cost, not
Their
from our
cost,
cost.
yeah.
Right, and fireworks cost is really actually pretty cheap from the manufacturer, so.
So, once we know that, we'll know what we're spending on that. All right, with the carnival's all signed up. I said the only thing that's in question is whether on the 3rd to Friday, they can do a wristband from noon to 4. But yeah, they'll be doing carnivals, and then Sunday will be just carnival from noon to 4 wristband. All right, then the volunteers. We've been talking about having a new system for the volunteers. And then I'm talking to Lisa, we need to change the address. And I got it, the newsletter deadline is Friday. So got to put in the volunteer form and the information letter by Friday.
Tomorrow now that I've confirmed the new email, when I get it set up tonight, then I will send you an email to confirm that no one else has it, so we can use it, and that's all good to go. And then my goal is to have Sign Up Genius at least operational for us to get in there and play with it in March, because I think getting it out like mid-April for everybody else is gonna be a good thing. You don't wanna do too soon, because then people will sign up and then find out, 3 months later, now I can't do it. But you wanna have more than you wanna have a good sell at least 2 months ahead of time, so people have a chance and fill all the open slots.
The deadline for getting the information is the 23rd, or this Friday, right?
This Friday, yeah.
Okay, when is that letter coming out?
Comes out, around mid-February, end of February.
Is our system gonna be running by then?
And that's another thing, they have not decided if it's gonna be all digital yet. Or,
We talked about this at the last council meeting.
oh, you did have that at the last, what
Yeah,
happened?
And it's going out as paper, but it'll have information on how, if you wanna retain printed version, what you have to do. It will transition to digital after the next one.
So they're gonna mail out this year?
They're gonna mail out this next one,
one, yeah.
yes.
And then
correct.
that's it, correct?
And then that'll be it unless you require a printed one, and then then there'll be a process in that newsletter on how to still get a mailed printed one. Otherwise, it'll be available right on it's on the main website, the newsletter right there.
Okay.
Question.
Yes,
December newsletter
yep,
said this was the last one being mailed.
I know, it's wrong.
Oh,
So
there was
we're
a
gonna
lot-
send
yeah,
one
there was
out?
a lot of.
We had a discussion we had quite a discussion on that, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so June's will be digital.
correct.
That's the one that gives out the schedule and,
Yeah, except for people that said they wanted a version.
Okay.
Well, it'll be cheaper for us, we won't have to pay
Yeah.
for the extra pages.
yeah.
And then
the
all
flyers.
I need then is one copy with the, like you do every year with the house, the schedule, everything you put on there, all the events going on, and then I can take that and take that to the internet, and that's gonna cover, I think, a lot of people.
That'd be great.
When this newsletter comes out, are they gonna put nice bold letters on there? This is absolutely the last
I
one.
have no idea how they're doing it, but they're supposed to have that it is, very
Second to
clearly
the
what you need to
last.
do and where you can get the newsletter going forward, the digital copy of it and all that, yeah. They did update the main, if you go to the city's main website, there's a huge button on there that says newsletter or whatever, so they made it very prominent to get to it.
Wow.
We'll see.
The next
Okay.
phase that we discussed is being able to do things more timely so that we don't have to put it in a month and whatever, a half ahead of time. That as things come up, you would post, if it becomes available.
Yep.
It's a later thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we are coming out kind of, with the volunteers, it is kind of early, people don't know it's,
They have no idea, or they're like, yeah, this is a great idea, like I said, this is a great idea, and then a few months down the road, they're like,
but there's people like Carl when he volunteered. Carl was there right off the bat.
I was the same way. As soon as I saw the form, like I emailed Angela,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my spot. I have my certain spots
Boy,
I always wanted.
called. I'm not messing around with a form. Here's what I want, give it to me, right?
And I think,
Confirmation.
and I think that once the sign-up genius is up and ready to go, I'm sure City Hall can post that link somewhere with the information, so people who are just reading it that way, maybe who are, can also do that from there, so
Yeah.
that'll be helpful.
Yep, I'm sure they can do that.
Yeah, I think it'll go smooth.
Okay, then we covered the upcoming newsletter. Any more thoughts or ideas that you have?
T-shirts? Yes, no, maybe?
Oh, the T-shirts, yes.
I do have a new vendor who's willing to do them for us.
I like the ones we always had.
I know, but you tell me, or we could go to her. I mean, it'd be a little cheaper, but
We've always had good shirts.
she prints them right on site, and she can have them same day.
And what about a design on them, and how soon do they need it?
She's got everything right there. She needs 48 hours.
Okay, but like in the past, we've had the kids at the high school design it, are
Oh
we
God,
doing
it's
that
been
again or
years
not?
since we've had the kids.
It's been a while since
Yeah.
we did that.
And the
I mean,
ones
I
that
don't
she
know.
did have, all they did was a firework. Nobody
Yeah.
did anything else.
Like that one
really.
that was a nice one I sent you. The one
Oh,
that-
one you sent out with,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
on the phone. I don't
She's
think
got a
everybody-
couple
I don't think
too,
everybody
yeah.
saw that.
She's got a couple of them that she's gonna do, cause she's doing some for Cudahy and South Milwaukee. And I kinda gave her some ideas, so she's gonna do some looking through and see what's out there.
Are we also, since we're doing t-shirts too, are we still also going to up that ticket, like up the amount that we give our volunteers?
Which brings up another question, I know I thought about this. If we're doing T-shirts, okay, have we thought about selling any with this?
We always think about selling them.
We
I think
want-
that one year we sold 4 of them.
My thought was just have somebody running along the parade, say, hey, $20, $20.
You ain't gonna sell for 20.
I wouldn't do it along the parade though. Have them inside like we did the koozies, have them inside the bar area. Yeah.
You
'cause
can
if-
hang them I think you can hang them at the bar. I think
Yeah.
that, I'd like, that would look good design. like
think that's a
that.
cool, yeah.
I like that one, but I think that it should be away from the bar. We don't need any more, especially in the evening, people having to talk, because then you get our bartenders, like, are they paying with tickets, are they paying for cash for these shirts? I think maybe somewhere by the volunteer
Send them
tent.
to, or you could send them to the volunteer, asking about.
You know, yeah, like that way it keeps it away from the bar, and then somebody else you can figure it out if you
Yeah.
wanna do it cash, or if you wanna do it tickets, or however you
Somebody,
wanna do it that way.
Always somebody there.
Yeah, 'cause then you gotta come
Yeah.
with sizes, you gotta show the size while you're at the bar.
Yeah, that's just not,
I think half the amount of what we usually order. We usually get almost 300 shirts, right? I think we
Yeah,
should get
I have a list of what, we had over 100,
and whatever's
we had
left.
130 left
Yeah,
over.
But then we're gonna have 200 because we're taking 100 off the city, because we're not giving any employees free shirts, because 100 goes to the city at DPW.
Yeah.
So those would go off too, so I think if we eliminate 200 shirts,
But then if we sell them, what do we, yeah, we have to
well,
decide.
that's first come,
If
first
city
served,
workers
whatever's
want
left
them,
is
we can
left.
charge them. Hey,
But
city
we
worker-
have-
Mr. City Worker, you want a t-shirt? Yeah, give me
No.
20 or 15 or whatever, no?
I'm not, no.
We
So
have
no
to,
freebies to them.
yeah,
The city agreed, they said no.
we have to put our sponsors on them. That is a key selling point for our sponsors, that their name is on that T-shirt.
and that's also, because you put the names on the t-shirts, going off what he said over there, like when new businesses come in, that is something that's marketing for them. That's an expense that their donation they can probably write off then, because there's a type of business marketing if you get it on a t-shirt. That's another reason why when new businesses come in, that's a great way to get them right away. This is what we do, this is what you can, it's and as a new business, and if I could afford it, I'd love to have my name, all around, or hanging in the tent, or whatever it may be. Definitely another good reason why we have to stay on top of new businesses, because that's an opportunity not only for us for donations, but it also for that business to get their exposure, and more likely, I think, to say, yes, here's this, this sounds a great idea, you know what I
I
mean?
think it'd be helpful if you had a way to actually show, like, this is what it looks like on a t-shirt, this is what it looks like in a tent, like,
Yeah.
and have something that you can provide to them, because
Yeah.
visually seeing what that's providing goes a long way versus just telling somebody it's this or this or this, cause it's like, well, what does that really look like?
Right, right.
Well, I know I got at least 4 500 donations because their name was gonna be on, their logo was gonna be on the T-shirt, so. At least, and no, there were 4 new ones. So,
Can't you add a picture of the T-shirt on the brochure that you send out, or whatever you send?
if we come up with the idea to decide on a design T-shirt, we could do that.
We don't have to show them the T-shirt, we'll show them the back, what it looks like, just show them the donation part with their names on. Or with people's, how we did it last year, show them the back of the T-shirt.
Who was on it last year and say your
Yeah,
name
this is
can
how it's
go
gonna
here.
look,
Yeah.
put your name here or something.
Your name can go here, here's the picture,
Yeah.
your name could go on here.
Yeah, but we need them. If I was a marketer for a company, I'd have it on a T-shirt rather than a banner. Because T-shirts are worn all different places, all over the place. A banner is hung in the tent and taken down at the end of the festival.
Are we gonna put banners up?
We do. We offer them the banner.
I
Yeah.
think they should be providing it, we shouldn't be printing them.
If they give a certain amount, if it was $500 or more, we provide the banner.
But the banner's 200,
Mm,
depending on
Yes,
where we
around
go.
there.
Huh?
Around there they are, yeah.
Not for the $500 ones, they're only a 4x6 or whatever. I'll look that up.
I think they're 175, because I thought that's what we paid for the last 2, but.
All right, I'll look that up for next time.
Walgreens is printing those.
You do.
Do they really?
Yes.
Well,
I
there's
didn't-
a
They
thought.
can do it right there too.
I didn't hear Carl.
Oh, Walgreens.
Oh, Walgreens?
Walgreens will
printing
print
now, yeah.
banners, I forget what the cost is, but if you go to their website and place over here has a printing machine that does it. But
Oh.
and they can do it in vinyl or whatever materials they have, but I don't know what the cost was. I looked that up last year and I don't remember it. Cause I went in there one time and you guys do this? He said, oh yeah.
I'll have to check them.
And we could have raised it up to $1,000 donation maybe for a banner instead of 500.
Yeah.
Because we had more donations, name companies last year than we've had, previous few years. So if we get 4 or 5 more, it's gonna fill that T-shirt up.
And you think that's because of the letter we sent out?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Any other thoughts?
John, I had an idea, the t-shirt idea, and to try to increase sales. What about advertising them on the website so people can purchase them ahead of the time before Civic celebration, so they can wear them there? Instead of just
Yeah.
purchasing them there, but wearing them ahead of time or wearing them for the 4 days.
When you get your sale and you already know what
Yeah.
the cost is, yeah, that's.
The hard part is you get some sponsors that don't give them money and contribute and fill out the form until the last minute. And then, you want to have that all designed, to have it to offer it, but a lot of, we can't print the T-shirts right off the bat because we don't get our donations until even 1st of June.
Could we also, with the website, for people that wanna buy one, could we put something on the website too?
Well, that's, yeah,
Okay, I
exactly.
don't know if you-
Yeah.
Yeah,
And maybe the cutoff for the donations, and I'm familiar with that with National Night Out and our sponsorships too. There's time to, they won't send the donation until, a couple days prior, but
Carl, do you have that picture of that 250th one to show them?
if you let them
This is
know,
this is a
once the
cool
donation's
T-shirt.
received by June 1, then that'll be on the
How
shirt
big
order.
is
Yeah.
2 by 8?
And if you miss it,
Like a
then you
neck
miss it.
2 by 8.
It's kind of on them.
Yeah.
2 by 8. It's 2 of those tiles is 2 by 8.
So Walgreens, like you were saying, with the banners, 2 by 8 of vinyl, water resistant vinyl is $51.99.
Now that's showing.
And if you go smaller, 2 by 6, it's $41.99.
But I think
Oh,
in
that's
our
not
case,
bad.
That's not bad
ours,
at all.
you wanna put
Wow.
the, sponsors on the back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I like that. Looks good.
I mean, I'd order one like it. I think it's pretty cool.
Looks good.
But that one's for a
This is
charity.
front,
Okay.
And this is on their back, but we
Yeah.
would just reverse this to put this on the front and the sponsor name on the back.
Yeah, that's good.
So.
And then the only other idea I
Yeah,
had,
that is
John,
good.
would be, or for the group,
Sell it and make a couple.
I believe this is the 70th anniversary of the city.
No, but-
Because it was founded in
But there's a
1956.
number of people that ask
Oh.
every year.
Is there something we wanna
I think
maybe
it's good.
point out there on a t-shirt or something to acknowledge the 70th anniversary of the city of Franklin?
70th now. I was there.
It was founded in 1956.
I had to do the 35th.
I remember when it was the 60th or 50th. 20
Really?
years ago.
The 50th we had to do yeah, that's
And that was a big.
40th we had to do a big roast for the 40th. And then
Wait till 70.
Skoronsky did the 50th
The
over
50th,
at,
yeah, separate committee. yeah.
yeah. And this now the 70th, that's 20 years
It'll
ago.
be the 70th.
Wow.
Just something to
Getting
think
old.
about.
Feeling old.
We're all getting old together, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in 2 years, I think 2028 will be 40 for me.
Wow.
So,
Thank you.
We're gonna have to ride you in the parade.
I'm in the parade, passing out flags every year.
Put you in a car.
I am in the parade. Okay, any other thoughts?
And on that note, you won't have to pass out flags this year, so we won't need Boy Scouts.
No flags this year?
Well, because the German group wants to do it.
They want to do the flags?
They want to pass out the flags, yeah.
But we got to still buy them,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
okay? I
Yeah,
was
but I
like,
mean, you don't have to go and
You won't be driving
fight
up
for
and
the
down the
Boy
parade
Scouts
route.
and looking for kids to
Good,
pass them out.
yes.
They'll do them, you see.
But I just thought, yeah,
Oh,
because
no.
I got to order the flags.
Yes. No, you don't have to pass them
I
out.
think need a little more flags too. We'll need probably. I think I'll increase that order maybe a couple hundred, 300.
But you always have boxes left over, there's boxes
Not
in
last
there
year.
now. No?
No. We went through all the ones that were
Oh.
ordered, that you guys picked up.
Okay, wow,
People love the flags, I don't know.
yeah, okay. Oh, well, then order 'em. You just don't have to pass them out.
Good. I don't mind passing them out, but when I didn't have enough people to help, that was bad.
Next time I see Bill, I'll ask him at the German group, hey, how many can you get? How many people can you get?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Because
got
he
it.
might not know.
Yeah.
It
Right,
takes
and that's
a
another
good
thing.
8 to 10 people.
Yeah.
We did it with
Well, we have a
5.
bunch
2
of groups,
grandkids,
though, so-
2 grandkids, a son-in-law and a daughter. Then we did it with 5.
Ice cream. What flavors?
Ice cream, what flavors?
I don't know. Mayor wanted strawberry.
I
We used-
promised him strawberry.
Who did? You,
I did.
You did? We can vote. You want strawberry?
I do.
Okay.
Why can't you get all 3? Just cut it in
I don't
half.
know, I'm just.
It's just when you're picking through them, yeah, it's no big deal. When you're picking through them, you gotta, okay, where's the strawberry, where's the,
Well, the
no.
boxes are
chocolate,
marked.
Well, I'm sure, yeah. you
We
said
did
the
have-
boxes,
we-
that won't be a huge.
We did have strawberry at one time. Yes,
I
we
don't
had,
think anybody's colorblind, so they know pink, chocolate, and white, hopefully.
all right, strawberry.
Maybe just order a
Swirl.
little less of a strawberry
Yeah.
compared to the
Oh,
Yeah.
vanilla chocolate.
But even with the other
We
2,
don't-
we had way too much last year too, so even cutting that back, and then the actual, maybe taking the part we're cutting from the chocolate and the vanilla, stick on the
But do we
Do we
strawberry.
think we're gonna have more people because it's 250th and they just wanna get out? I mean, I don't know.
But we ordered 288 less of both of them too last
Yeah,
year.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We did less. Like 1 or 2 boxes each, less.
We don't get, ice cream doesn't quote us until like April or May for the current pricing, so,
And that hasn't fluctuated that much. Couple bucks.
no, 5 cents a cup or what, yeah.
Wow.
50, what did we pay last year? 52 cents a cup, right? Yeah.
Close to 52 cents a cup, yeah.
So we went from, I think, 6 cases of each to 5.
Oh,
So there was like 6 or 8 boxes in a case, 48 in a case.
$2,000 or so,
Yeah.
why can't we do 4?
1,600, I think, something like that.
yeah. Flags,
boxes of each.
flags and ice cream is what we give away.
So how many did you give away last year? Did you go for it?
The ice cream?
Yeah, did it all go,
Um,
left over?
I don't.
There were
I think
two,
well, if
there
I
were
knew what we gave
2 or
away.
3 big
But I
boxes
have
that
to
weren't
find-
open. There were 3 boxes of each that weren't open.
Wow.
Or 3 cases.
We ordered 5 of each, 5 cases of each,
Did you do 5 of each?
So they went through 2?
I think there was more than that.
I think there were,
How many boxes to a case? 3, 4,
6
8?
or 8, and there's
There's
48
8 then.
cups in a case.
Then there's 8 to
Yeah.
a box.
Yeah.
8 times 48.
A big case has like 6 or 8 boxes in it, and each box has 48
Yeah.
cups.
2, yeah, there's 8 of them.
Do you think there was boxes left?
I
or
know there were
cases?
2 full cases, boxes.
Cases, okay, so
Yeah.
16
At
boxes
least.
at least, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We had 10 cases last year, 1,920 cups. We used 7 cases, we used 1,344.
1344 we used,
Yeah.
so if we order about 1,600.
Well, if there's 10 cases, okay, let's just, a box in a case, let's get that straightened out. A case has all the boxes in it.
Yep,
I forget if there's 6 or 8, I don't remember. But, each box in this case has 48. So I know we used at least 1,344.
okay.
That was cups. So there were 3 cases left, that's 576 cups. So we could probably get by with one or 2 cases less.
Yep.
But the thing is, you don't
And we'll
wanna
be
run out
dividing it
either.
now with the strawberry too, so
Yeah. You don't wanna
one
run
case
out.
less, I agree, one
Yeah, just
case
go with
less.
One case less and
Yeah.
dial it back a little bit.
Yep, because we might have good
Mhm.
turnout, never know.
Also, it was weather dependent, right?
Yeah. Good. Thanks, Carl. Okay, anything else?
Just to confirm, so do I have permission then to invite Marcia to the next
Yes,
meeting then? Is that
yes,
okay? Okay, just
love
wanna
it.
make sure we're, okay, great.
Yes.
Perfect, she'll be excited.
Bring friends.
We usually skip February.
Okay,
Next one will be March.
okay.
Nothing really pending, that we have to meet in February, so it'll be March.
Okay.
When do you
That's
have
good.
to, put it in order for the beer and soda?
That goes, we do the soda on our own.
Right, but for the beer,
Beer is, they give us the quantities of everything to fill the trailer up, so they decide what we need.
based on previous.
Yeah,
year's
we don't,
sales.
we pay for what we use,
Right.
we don't pay for what we order. So they always set us up and then they refill it. So that's a big help that Capital does it that way.
And the 10th?
And they know from our sales what we sell the most of. I know it from what we get billed. So they do all the festivals, I let them decide what we need. We've run out a couple times,
Certain items, yes.
yeah. But to start with, they decide what we start with. So, we decide on a pricing contract, that's what we do, not what to order. We usually do that in March and April too.
Okay. No wrestlers,
No wrestlers,
okay,
no golf.
right.
Were we gonna try to get less chairs? I think there was some discussion about trying to ease that, which I find crazy, the amount that we pay for tables and chairs and stuff.
It's a good point.
Try to,
I got a contract for the exact same as that we have, but I can always, that's a good point to bring up. Mr. Knackert brought up, because we had a fight over a chair,
Go fighting over him.
that, chairs was not enough. But I think compared to other festivals, we provide a lot of tables and a lot of chairs. And now we're just doing nights on Thursday and Friday, and then just on the 4th, so we'll go over that too then, probably in March, and I can adjust the tables and chairs if you guys want to.
Have you got a price on the 10th yet?
Oh, that's all, yep, we're pretty much around the same price as last year. But the same amount of tables, chairs, dance floor, stage, all that.
The dance floor gonna stay in one piece?
Yeah. Depends on the weather. We get rain. I'd still want DPW to level that ground out.
That's why they should be at one of our meetings.
Many times I've asked them about that.
There's a sewer back there.
Yeah, it's gotta drain to the sewer, but it still could be more flatter.
Could be a little more level with those holes in there, yes. The potholes.
But now we have the power. That was always a question mark. Now we have the power.
And even a couple loads of dirt in some of those potholes early enough might get the grass growing back. I don't
Yeah.
know, just a thought.
In April, right,
Yeah.
March and April. We'll bring it up again.
I say, invite them to the meeting, and that way you got
Yeah.
them, at least it's on record, it's
Yeah.
documented.
Okay,
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to
Second.
adjourn Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Meeting adjourned.